Yep. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. I'm trying something different. We got no headphones today. Oh man, we got no head. What's up, everybody? If you are listening to this on the podcast, this is episode 196. We are slowly but surely getting up to 200. And November 8th, remember that. I don't know which day that fall on, but that will be 4 years doing a podcast. Um, Lenny Reed, you know what I'm saying? The Lenny Reed pod. And it's been a long journey. And, the extension of this platform, which is YouTube, I want to do something different. But like I say, if you listen to this from the podcast, thank you for listening. And if you're watching this or you're going to be watching this on a rebroadcast, thank you for watching. Appreciate all of this. I appreciate everything. Okay. Listen, before I get into the show, I was supposed to do this at what, 9 o'clock? But I wanted to do it early because I got some things going on. So I wanted to get this show out the way and I want to have some fun. And I wanted to try it out without headphones, So this is a whole new thing for me. Put this mic down some. Hopefully y'all can hear me. I wouldn't like to get through the whole show with nobody heard. And like I said, as I'm building this channel, it's dope. It's fun. You just gotta you just gotta look past the optics of things, if you know what I'm saying. You just gotta look past certain things. Today's show, this is the just talking shit. But today's show, I wanted to get into a couple things, and I hope y'all can rock with me. What a band said. What a band said. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Okay. The world is crazy. And we about to get into it. Okay. Now, before I get into the show, there's something going on with this heat. I don't know what to tell y'all. I don't know what it is, but this heat is going crazy. So the thing is this: is there going to be a point in life where we're not going to be able to go outside? Do you think that's going to be an issue where we're not going to be able to go outside because it's too damn hot? I think the heat index was like 110, something like that here in Atlanta. So will next summer be a record too? Where next summer, the summer after that, would that break that record? Next you know, we're 150 degrees. At a certain temperature, we can't go out. You know what I'm saying? We can't even leave the house at a certain temperature. It is 6:34 right now. I am chilling. I am drinking a little something. Hold up, let me try something here. Oh, let's see. Okay, so today what we're gonna get into is the crazy things that's happening in this world, and one by one, time after time, we see everything crazy. Okay, so let's get into the first one. Man, I don't have, usually with my headphones and the keyboard, I had all the sound effects and stuff like that. I don't have that right now. So everything that I'm doing now, I'm gonna have to do it myself. Oh, hold up. Check this out. All right, so we have here, see here, get that right with the camera, okay? LR Pod Live caps, okay? And the merch, IamLennyReed.com, that merch up there. And let's see here, leave that to the last. We got some, let me see here if I can get this. We got some dope shirts, you can see that, get that right. LR Pod Live shirts, okay. Throw that over there. And last but not least, this is very special to me right here because this is the LR Pod Members Club. And if you see this LR Pod Members Club here, you see it got the official logo on the side of the sleeve. And with the retail of this shirt, it gives you a whole year on Club LR Pod, which is on Patreon, our Patreon channel. So you buy this shirt. It's actually on IamLennyReed.com. Also, you buy that shirt, you get a whole year worth of Patreon subscriptions, okay? And that will be Club LR Pod. So let's get to the show. Okay. Now, a couple days in Atlanta, okay? We had something that probably we never seen. I don't think other people have ever seen in America before. We had the first president to ever be indicted. Not only that, the first president after presidency to have a mugshot. Okay. And a lot of people were saying that he looks like some kind of I don't know, evil evil genius, or not even genius, but it's just some evil lord, or something on cartoons or something. You know what I mean? Like he just looked like you got the superhero and you got this cat fighting, trying to kill a superhero. But yeah, this is something different here, man. This is something different. But I want to break this down. Break this down about Trump. Trump, I understand what he did to get in on the backs of a certain demographic of people, right? Now, I don't know what happened to the point that if he would have, all right, you get in office of certain demographics, right? But you get in office and then you sort of like pull everybody in because you need everybody. You need everybody to talk to. You need everybody on your side at a certain point. And what you do is you just pull in everybody. But what he did is he stayed with that same demographic the whole time. He stayed with the same demographic and rolled with that demographic for 4 years instead of bringing the whole crowd of people through, bringing the whole group through. So that was something I didn't understand. And let's see right here. Change this center. Okay, 1 second, guys. 1 second. So that's what Trump did, and you got to understand, Trump goes all the way back to, I don't know, back in the 80s when I remember him. At least late 80s, early 90s. He was heavy in New York. He was a serious real estate developer. He was doing his shit. But somehow he was running as a Democrat. It didn't work. Then he ran as a Republican, and he figured out the game on how to get in the door. He got in the door, and he stayed there, and that's where he fucked up. You get at the top, and then you start pulling people in, unless that was your original self. Unless you was the regular piece of shit that you are. Other than that, if you're a great businessman, you would have understood the odds on, or the strategy. I use them to get in, but then I sort of go across the line to keep myself in. Okay, so that's something that so president, it's the first president to ever be indicted, and it's just, with the January 6th stuff that went on, I just think that if he would have came at it at that level, it would have been a better play for him. It would have been a better play, but I don't know what he was thinking at that point. But the next guy, oh man, Rudy Giuliani. Far from grace it is. Now, Giuliani, he was the mayor of New York City when 9/11 happened. Okay. And I will say, I'm from Jersey. I was across the river when that actually happened. Right. And I will say, he did handle that pretty well. He did handle that pretty well. He had a couple of policies in New York that was a little shaky. But I'm not a karma kind of guy, right? I've never been a karma kind of guy. And I've never been, well, I have been, I will be today, the irony kind of guy, right? So let me break this down to you. Back in the day, this guy right here, Rudolph Giuliani, he came up with the RICO to get Fat Tony and them off the street. If you don't know who Fat Tony and all of them are, there's the mob, the Italian mob in New York. They was heavy. I think it was 5 families, the Gambinos and you know, Lucchese's, and I don't know all of them, but he came up with a plan to get these guys off the street. And the plan works like this. You got the pyramid, you got the top dog, and then you got all the people under the top dog. So conspiracy charges are basically, let's get the whole goddamn pyramid, but we really want the tip of the pyramid. Hopefully somebody within the brim of the pyramid, hopefully, will tell on the top dog. That would be wonderful, right? Hopefully somebody would tell on the top dog, and that brought down a lot of mobsters because, you know, if you didn't get caught in nothing, just say if you was on, if everybody was on a wiretap and you wasn't on a wiretap, but you was in a room possibly, that would be considered a conspiracy charge just because you was there, if I'm saying that right. Right? So in that effect, you had cats saying, yo, I didn't do nothing while I'm getting 25 years. And that basically what brought the mob down because you hitting cats for 25, 30 years. And in their head, they ain't really do nothing. They squilling. They talking. Right? They all talking. So what's happening with this guy, he is hit probably 30 something years later on conspiracy charges on something he tucked down other mobsters with, you know? So that's kind of crazy. Now, I don't have the picture with all the other mugshots, all the other co-defendants. I don't. But one thing I do have is a list. When I get to that list in a minute. But one thing that I do know, you can tell off the pictures. Now, if you can go to the pictures of the co-defendants or the mugshots. And off the mugshots, you can tell off a person's face if they're going to possibly snitch or possibly say, listen, man, I ain't had nothing to do with this shit. He put me up to it. Right? So next time you get a chance, just go through the mugshots. You might get somebody smiling. Oh, let me show y'all my face. So you might, this is the looks that you would get. He ain't saying nothing. You would get somebody that's like this. He ain't saying nothing. He ain't saying nothing. You get somebody like this. I don't know. They might talk. They might talk. Or you get somebody like they was crying. They might talk. But the other people, they not going to talk. You know, so you pretty much good with that. So you just got to watch that. I don't have the mug shots, but somebody go check out the mug shots. And you can basically go through the mug shots and you'll be able to see who would be the talker, Willer, the snitcher. All right, let me see if I can let me pull this back. Okay, they say each defendant is charged with a unique set of crimes based on allegations made against them. 7 different crimes, criminal status, age to be violated. Okay, so you got violating Georgia, racketeering. Ooh. See, when you see the word racketeering, that's a script. Listen, I can't even imagine being in court and they say anything that got to do with me in racketeering, because that just conspiracy and racketeering doesn't go good together. Violating Georgia's racketeering, influence, and corruption organization. Oh shit, that's RICO. Holy shit. Racketeering, influenced and corrupt organization. Okay, I didn't know RICO man. Duh. Connecticut. Okay, what else? What else? Solicited violation of conspiracy. Now, I'm a conspiracy theorist, or whatever you want to call a conspiracy theorist. I think the media, or everybody else, put up conspiracy theories because I don't know. This should be right. It's just a matter of time. That's why I don't call myself a conspiracy theorist, even though I got a little conspiracy come down the road in a few minutes, but we get to that. Let's see. Conspiracy to commit impersonation of a public officer. Ooh. Hold up, there go another conspiracy. A conspiracy to commit forgery. Shit. Conspiracy to make false statements. You can't make false statements, man. So if just say you did some bullshit and you call the cops because I don't know, somebody broke in your car, but you did the insurance job. You know, you had to get everything going, you gotta, have the police report. So on the police report, you said somebody did something to your car, but you actually did it. Okay, you are lying. Okay, you are making a false statement, and you can go to jail for that. Serious time. Serious time. Let's see here. Conspiracy to file false documents and filing false documents. The same thing. Also, the conspiracy was to file false documents, and they filed false documents. Soliciting a public officer to violate their oath. I'm sorry. Okay. Red cup action. Filing false writings, perjury. That's lying. Perjury is lying under oath. So, what do y'all think is going to happen here? The question is this. Do you think former President Donald Trump is going to go to jail? What do you think? Now, one thing about that prosecutor, if you see how she broke up YSL, right, or how everybody sort of tuck a deal, and I would say what Gunna said was crazy, but I will say, Gunna, that song, I don't know what he's saying, but that shit is hard. That shit is hard. So, do you think, because they had a lot of people in Trump team, I think it's like 16 people. Do you think the Trump squad is going to break down sort of like the YSL squad broke down? Because in this case, Trump is Young Thug. Now, if Trump is Young Thugger, is Rudolph Giuliani Gunna? Is Rudolph Giuliani Gunna? I don't know. That's a hard one. So now the crazy part is if Rudolph Giuliani turns on Trump, because he got a couple charges too. Let me find those charges, Rudolph Giuliani. 1 second. I might read out Trump's charges too. Okay, so they say right here, he got the RICO charges. He got 12 other criminal counts, including soliciting an officer to violate their oath, conspiracy. Oh shit, that's the same shit Trump got that? Damn, he got a lot of conspiracy charges. Sheesh. That's scary. Okay, this is what Rudolph Giuliani. He is charged with making false statement and soliciting false testimony, conspiring to create phony paperwork, and asking state workers to violate their oath of office to appoint alternate slot for pro-Trump electors. Hold shit. But will these cats do time? See, one thing about people with money, opposed to the people that really don't have, or not even don't have, but you probably paying bills, and your bills come up right to the level of where your money is making, right? What kind of money you making? So you don't have the extra to put a couple, 20K, 30K, 50K on a lawyer. And all these lawyers know judges, and everybody know each other. So I don't know. It's hard to, unless it's some Imran shit or some crazy Ponzi scheme like Bernie Madoff, somebody like that, where you're actually taking rich people money. There's a possibility that Trump won't serve a niche. He won't serve nothing, no time whatsoever. He probably get a huge fine. Giuliani probably get a huge fine also, but they probably won't. I don't know. They probably won't do no time, and that's just basically what it is. Now, another thing that caught my eye, or I sort of followed this story when I seen this guy, bald-headed guy. He had the flank jacket on. He had the army jacket on, and kind of older guy. And he just looked like he had balls of steel. And he's well, he was a mercenary. Mercenaries do jobs for money, sort of like the Expendables and all those other movies that we watch. And this particular guy, this guy, have y'all seen this guy before? Do anybody know who this guy is? Okay. So let me break it down. Let me speed it back right here. Okay, this guy. So this guy decided to take his mercenary group with tanks and all that shit. He got weapons. He probably was a billionaire, something like that. And he decided to march to the Kremlin to cause a coup to sort of oust Putin out of Russia. Now, halfway through, as he got all the press and all that shit, he was talking to the cameras and all that fly shit. He got halfway through there and stopped. Now, we don't know why he stopped. He's saying that he didn't want to see no more continued bloodshed between the two groups, or just humans personally. Right? So maybe Putin hit him up, said, all right, listen, man, how much you? And he probably know Putin's sitting on some serious cheddar. He probably said, I want a couple billy. I want a billy. I want a billy. I want 100. Give me 100 million. Give me 500 million, whatever. Putin said, no problem. I get you that. I'll probably send that over to you in Bitcoin or some shit like that. He stopped and he came back. He no longer continued to the Kremlin to try to kick out Putin. But he was somehow exiled from what I'm hearing, the Soviet Union, or I'm sorry, Russia. So maybe he was, he more than likely had troops. He had a lot of money, and had a lot of equipment, military equipment. So he decided to, I don't know, go somewhere. But the thing is, and one thing that I know is certain people cannot be trusted. Certain people you cannot even look at them in any extreme of, I don't know, like even after all the people that challenged Putin, just regularly challenging them to, the presidential race, to be like a, alternative candidate. A lot of them was killed, and given some kind of cyanide or some crazy shit. So you think you can cause this uproar, say you're doing a coup, somehow make up with Putin, and he won't forgive you? He won't forget about that shit? Or he won't remember that you did that? Huh? Stop it. Stop it. Back it up. Back it up. Unfortunately, this plane that's flying out the sky, that's falling out the sky right now, right? There's 10 people on a plane, and he's on that plane. Okay? Stop it. 10 people on that plane, and the mercenary chief, I don't even want to even try to pronounce his name, is on that plane. They are saying it was an internal explosion. Okay, an internal explosion, and sent this plane down. Now, my question, and I know the thing is, I know he knows Putin. I don't know Putin, but I'll tell you one thing: I know that's a crazy motherfucker. I know he knows jujitsu, and he short guy too, but he got balls of steel. So you actually double cross him. He probably paid you off, but then this is how you end up a couple months later, and that's how they get you. They friend you, and you explain it to them. It wasn't personal; it's just business. They said, "No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it." They kiss you on your cheek, give you a handshake, and that shit happens right there. That happens. So rest in peace to this guy. I don't even want to jack his name up, but that had to be one hell of a fall right there. Let me tell you something. I was on an airplane. I was on Delta, and we was coming from New Jersey, and we had to fly around somewhere in Virginia. We going in circles and shit because it's storming in the Atlanta area. So they decided to go anyway. I guess they was running out of fuel or some shit. So he went through the clouds. It was beautiful. I'm sitting at the window seat like I always do. It's a beautiful thing. And all of a sudden, I'm seeing lightning and shit. It looked like lightning and cotton. That's what it looked like because it was clouds. We was in the clouds. So next thing you know, we get a little shaking. Okay. Then after that, it's like the plane dropped fucking 8 to 20 feet and then hit the ground, but it hit air. And everybody started freaking crying, and the plane trying to go slop belly up, and the captain is trying to, you hear the engines roaring as the plane trying to stay straight. And I was freaking out, but then something came over me. And I said, hey, this is it. This is it. I looked to the guy next to me. He has a suit on, so I'm guessing he fly a lot. This guy, boo-hooing. So if he boo-hooing, I know that shit. It's not going to be a good look. It's not going to be a good look. So anyway, the shit, I put my head back, and I'm just waiting for this feeling. I'm waiting for that free fall feeling. I am waiting for that feeling right there. That feeling where you coming down so fast that you pissing, you shitting, you're probably just passing out because of the G forces. And I was waiting for that feeling right there. Thank God I never got it. And and I came home to my family or whatever. Actually, I think I had a daughter after that. So she wouldn't be here if I had the rest of the free fall. So anyway, man, rest in peace to this dude. You was going to die anyway, right? So you could have just went ahead with the coup. Fuck it. You could have just finished the coup off, and maybe you could have brought down Putin. So I don't know. So stories like this, in somehow, some way, it just tells you just to, we all gonna fucking die one day. So enjoy it. Go for the long haul. Anyway, just kidding. Now, before I get out of here, I had to touch off with some kind of conspiracy. So I've seen a lot of stories on TikTok, and I know just even saying I've seen a lot of stories on TikTok, I lost credibility already. It's cool though. But this this Maui fire, okay? Um, I'm seeing images of some kind of laser, but we in the realm of CGI that's so damn good you can't even tell the difference between fake and real. So I didn't want to show that because it seems like bullshit. But I did look on other pictures that didn't have nothing to do with this conspiracy on how stuff that was painted blue. I know that sounds crazy, but things that was painted blue survived. And not only that, you had if you see a car burnt up, you would see a trail of aluminum, just like they was, making it, forging it. You know how they get the liquid aluminum? And it was aluminum running down from these cars. And I think somebody said the temperature to, melt aluminum is not, I think it was 600 or something degrees like that. I'm not sure, but then you had other areas that wasn't damaged, like the roads. Now, if you ever seen on the highway when a car burn up in a car fire, right? And they on the highway, it's a lot, definitely in the summertime when you get these hoopties, people be putting, HID lights and radios and shit in it. Sometimes the wire is short and they blow out and they catch fire, right? So in that realm, you will see how the ground is charted and buckled, right? You'll see the ground buckled. But in these videos, you will see how, or these picture clips that I got, you will see how some of the roads and trees are perfect. It's like the fire skipped and it jumped. Now, let me bring this right here. Let me get out. Can I get out of there? Okay, it won't let me get out of there. Anyway, okay, so if you see, let's start here. I wish I can zoom in. Can't zoom in. I think there was a video of people like right there where the rocks at, over that little wall right there. And as the fire was just coming down like a wave and just scorching, hopefully these people wasn't in their cars right here in the road. But it just seemed like everything is just, melted and crisp. Um, so now, this is what I'm talking about. Now, this wasn't pulled from no regular shit. There was a blue car right there, and it seemed like, well, there's a white car right there also that seemed like it wasn't touched. Maybe I can't zoom in, but and see, I guess it's the intensity of the fire in certain areas. So, like right to the right there, you see the cars are charcoal. All the way to the left, the cars are charcoal, but then you got that white car, unless it just got there. But how did the car just get there? You got the blue car, right? It's rare. It's very rare. Okay, now this the one that I've seen. If you see these, like I said, I can't zoom in, but I know y'all seen these pictures before. These little blue, I think it's five right here by that tree right here. I think, if I'm not mistaken, they are some kind of umbrellas, and it seemed like these little umbrella things hasn't been touched. But you see how this car right there is burnt right there in the corner. It's burnt. A white car not burnt. That could be across the street. It's a whole area burnt over there. So the curiosity, like I said, you know, talking about this kind of stuff when people died is weird, and I don't like to do that. Um, Look at that. You can just see how the fire just perfectly just swept down right to sea. I guess if the wind was coming that way, it just swept right down. And if you was sort of like in this little area, you probably just, I don't know what you did, like on feet. I mean, on foot, if you on foot or some kind of bike or some shit like that. Even a car, I can imagine you here with a car and you trying to navigate through this smoke. Definitely at night, gotta be crazy. Mm. But let's see how many people they found. As of now, death toll is 115 people, and you have 188 people remain unaccounted for. Damn. Yeah, that's sad, man. Should we looking at something close to 500 people that might, but some people are saying it's 1,100 plus people when all the numbers come in, and that's just crazy how things are happening in this world, right? This was a big one. I like to let stuff blow over, didn't talk about it, so I don't want to jump in the hype. And the thing with Putin was there's no proof that Putin had that plane shot down. But if somebody disrespected you and you can get them later while everything died down, hey, that's the perfect seasoning right there, baby. That's the perfect seasoning. So what does all of this shit mean? This show, like I said, if you listen to the podcast now, and you want to be a part of this show, come on over to LR Pod Live, and you can come on the show as I build my stream here, slowly but surely. Um, I do very very well considered on the after effect rebroadcast. Somehow, the eyes on the live show is minimum to none. But it gives me, it's not about that. It's about people that want to come up here. And I did have people up here, and it was dope to have an audience, people listening and people chiming in and actually people coming on. Um, so if you're watching this through the rebroadcast or you're listening to this, come over, like it, comment, say, yo, I watched this on a rebroadcast. Give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down. Just something thumbs to showing that you're watching. And that's good feedback. I'm cool with feedback. I'm from Jersey, so we learned how to hike, and people was hiking on us since I don't know, kindergarten. So nothing can hurt us. So what I want to say before I leave is crazy stuff like this fire and the conspiracies behind it. I just left blue shit and people showing videos of lasers coming down and then lighting shit up. That I don't know. That's like that we going into a dangerous part where shit is about to get real crazy. The UFO shit about to get crazy. Definitely if they really going into the Project Bluebeam. I'm gonna do a show on Project Bluebeam and how that could possibly happen. I'll probably do that next week if I don't have nothing else going on. But buckle down, man. You know what I'm saying? It seems like evil has tucked the wheel over. Evil is driving now. Evil is driving the car. So you have to be ready for the shit that's coming. And it seemed like we desensitized a lot of shit. I remember back in the day, it was this site called of Faces of Death, where you would go up there and you would watch people get killed or car accidents or something like that. And that was a big thing. Oh my God, his leg cut off or something like that. Now that's on Instagram. That's on TikTok. People get ran over and mowed down, and hair cut off with a dull ass knife, all kind of shit. So the moral of the story is this. It's going to get worse. It's going to get hotter. And when heat, think about this. Remember they had that strain on, they tell people not to use their AC because it's straining the electrical grid. Remember that? If you notice, I haven't heard that lately, and this is record heat everywhere. So I don't know what's going on, but be vigilant, keep an eye. If you could get a pistol, get a pistol, keep it in your house, keep it on you, whatever you want to do. But buckle up, get ready for the ride, because it's going to be crazy. And it's, for some people, it's going to be fun. All right. All right. Thank you all for listening. Like I said, if this show, if you found any value in the show, please hit the like button. Please comment and just say, hey, man, you're doing a good job, but hey, man, you're not doing a good job. It doesn't matter. Right? And for everybody that's listening on the podcast, the Lenny Reed Pod, thank you. And you can also go over there and listen to all other shows. We're almost at 200 shows. It's dope. Another thing, IamLennyReed.com, all the merch that I just said. And the Patreon Club LR Pod is building. It's going to be like Netflix. It's going to be documentaries up there. It's going to be all kind of crazy shit when I go over to these different countries that I'm about to hit. It's going to be crazy. So check out patreon.com/Club LR Pod. All right. Y'all get out of here, man. I took up enough of y'all time. Peace. Boom.